Las Vegas. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Collins. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jordan. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And just not a ton of room to work with. They'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Jordan. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Here's the Raiders punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by the defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Powering forward. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. 36 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals are on the board first here in Vegas. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3-and-out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. And let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
For the right play, yeah.
That, too.
There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Well, and this is where quarterbacks' passing numbers sometimes get a little bit more inflated than they should, because this is a short little pass, but it goes for big yardage. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that, Charles' defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Fitzgerald. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now Warner. And again, he'll give it to Fitzgerald. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's good for 28 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 26-yard line. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
It's complete. It's Fitzgerald. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Warner to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fitzgerald. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd and 4. 7-7, our score after 1. This offense has converted 2 3rd downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Warner. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Edwards. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, Warner. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. That's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Throwing is Collins to throw on third down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be second down. The Raiders had 0-1 of the year following the loss in the opener. And listen, they knew last week they were in for a tough fight on the road, but now here's the home opener and a chance to get things right.
And I like the way that you presented that, because the bottom line is they didn't come out of that loss discouraged. They just came home and said, hey, if we do what we're supposed to do, protect our home turf, we'll be just fine.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll go with a keeper. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. First down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Jordan, and he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, we have guys what I call BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Collins on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Jordan. And he is going to lose yardage here. And here's Collins throwing on 4th down. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. To throw, Warner. Now they go screen, it's complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Warner from the gun. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Cardinals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster. You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. And when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approach this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
In motion comes the tight end left. Out of the gun, here's Warner. And the Raiders have got him. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to take possession of the football. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Hands it off out of the gun. And some room to run now. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Cards with a lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Warner. Flushed out right. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, and he can run too. Call it a gain of 9 there, and it puts him in better shape here for 2nd and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Warner. And he's got it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Raiders hang tough down near the goal line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That one a first down pickup of 8.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Now here's a throw that's complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Collins now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, that is now 3 interceptions in 3 consecutive drives. And you can see he's just got a look of disgust and bad body language, understandably, as he walks off the field.
And I think it comes from the fact that he's not sure what he sees down the field, Brandon. I don't know if he's seeing ghosts. I don't know if he just can't read defenses. I'm not sure what it is, but that's why he's frustrated. Think about the defense right now. Every time they run on the field, they've gone from hoping to intercept the pass to expecting to intercept passes. Their confidence at an all-time high right now.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
A 3-yard pickup, and it's 3rd down.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we play 3 quarters. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2, Warner. Caught on the left side, Fitzgerald. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Now, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Warner. Fitzgerald on the slant. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
1st and goal.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are on their way to a 2-0 start. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Raiders 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Back to throw. Collins. He finds his man complete. That's Jordan. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, they just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A three-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, and my goodness, another interception. And the Cards will have solid field position here as they take over at their 35-yard line. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read, big-time play.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That gain on third down, good for 28.
And the Cardinals first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Still 9 remaining on second down. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. A play fake. Now Warner. And this is caught at the 8. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. And they will take a knee here. So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Cardinals, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the LA Rams. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.
I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go, go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best, I'm the best, and I got it. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold. For the pack and they know I'm impressive. He wanna talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's falling. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know he missed the know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it,